What's up, man? I had a chance to pull up into Chicago, man. It's your boy, Bobby Reed. I came to talk to the legendary announcer, commentator extraordinaire, Jimmy Smith, a.k.a. In the Gym. It's my family, man. I call him Unc, but he's my cousin, but he's still my uncle, he's my family. What's up, Unc? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Everything's just fine, man. How you been going?
I can't complain, man. People wonder where I get it from, but I've been biting him, man. I've been biting this man, man. I've been around this man my entire life, man, and it was just like as a blessing, man, to have him in my life growing up as a young man, because I could have went bad. So, Unc, I want to tell you personally, man, thanks for standing in my gap for me. You and Aunt Doretta, both of y'all.
Hey, listen, it was all you, man. You, Bobby, and you and Gene, and that's my favorite cousin, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I was so disappointed when she passed away, but, you know, God knows what was best.
Yeah, man, and you stood in the gap. Y'all took me in and saved my life because I could have broke bad over there in Roseland. But I came over here to this side of the suburbs, and it's all good, man. Kind of like suburbs, but it's not the burbs. So, Unc, man, how did it get started for you, man, with the commentating, man? You got an idea? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember very good. I was a senior at Chicago State University, watching the basketball game, and the announcer didn't show up. So Bob Hallberg said, Jimmy, introduce the game. I introduced the players. And they like what I said. I've been doing it ever since. That was 1977.
Wow. 1977. You was a senior at Chicago State.
Yep.
You used to play ball, though, right?
I was a baseball player, though.
Okay.
I played baseball. At one time, I was the leading home run hitter for Chicago State.
Was you?
But I don't know what the records are now. But the leading home run hitter was only about 6 home runs a year. But it was amazing then.
That was big time.
I don't know if they're still there now, but you know, at that time, I was hitting the ball.
Wow.
I'm old now, man. I'm just hanging loose now.
But 1977, you say, man, you've been around basketball forever, man.
Forever, man.
And you started out doing the games at Chicago State, and then
I went to Malcolm X. And then I went to the IIT, which that's where I really got to be known pretty good. IIT.
Okay.
Used to have, man, everybody you can name come through there and play ball. And Scottie Pippen was really treated me like I was somebody important. You know, I was like, hey, you're Scottie Pippen. I'm just a local guy running off at the mouth. You know? So, hey, we had a good time. And Scottie had some other NBA player with him. I can't think of who it was, but I think it was Anthony Davis. I'm not sure, but hey, that's where it was. IIT, and I do Curie High School. I do the public school, and you know, I have fun, man. I have fun.
Man, I tell you what, I take it back to Chicago State days, though. When you first got your start, you were doing them summer leagues back then.
Summer league back then too, but Chicago State, it didn't hit it off big. You know, they had the same players, but they didn't. It wasn't. IIT was more known, I think, because all the other NBA players was come over here.
Right. I remember because you got me to play in it. I had a chance to play in it in '98. You got me to play in the IIT. And what was so special about Chicago summer leagues to you? What do you think about that? What was it?
Well, you know, I think Bill Jones was running the show, and he had a lot of young people just getting started, and he would hire a lot of young kids that make a little money and stuff, you know. And, you know, it was fun, but it was, I don't know, it was just exciting. We had all the guys. On the west side, we had Hughes. You remember Hughes from the west side? I can't remember everything now, but this boy was so quick. He hit a jump shot and be down the other end of the court before the ball go through the basket. And then here comes Tim Hardaway come down there with his crossover, breaking people's legs, man. And when Tim Hardaway played the game, all I did was just did nothing because Tim was doing everything. Everything.
Hey, where did you get the name In the Gym from, though? Because that became, everybody's using it. I see people using it all over the place now.
But, you know, I was doing a game at Kennedy King one day, and who walked into the game? Scottie Pippen. So I said to myself, how can I let the people know Scottie Pippen is in the gym? So I says, it just came out. I says, in the gym from the NBA Chicago Bulls from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. And the Indian gym stuck from that point on.
Wow.
Most people don't know my real name even to this day.
They still don't know your real name.
Oh, you in the gym, you in the gym. I said, yeah, that's who I am. I can't do nothing wrong because if I did, everybody know who I am. But man, let me tell about you. When you was at Simeon, first you went to Mendel, right?
Right.
And then you left there with the Simeon.
Rewind back. Remember, you had me. I had 2 full scholarships from Montgomery and Mendel, and you let me play with Montgomery in the summer league that year with James Farr and Melvin McCants and them. See, people don't even remember that when I was coming out of 8th grade, I played with Montgomery. I should have went there.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have went there because remember, Jim was already there.
Oh, Jim's already there?
Yo, son, he was playing football there, and I had worked out for them, and they was going to bring me there. But go ahead, though.
But anyway, as you got to Simeon, well, I don't know why you left Miller, but you wanted to play some good ball.
I got kicked out of Mendel. Yeah, I did. I didn't have the books. So
anyway, as you got to Simeon, you made the team, but Bob Hallberg, the renowned, legendary Bob
Hambrick. Bob Hambrick, right.
Bob Hambrick was kind of a guy who, didn't really look at people coming in, I guess. And so he didn't give you that real good shot to play,
Nah.
So you left there, went down to Jackson State, made the team with
Lindsey Hunter.
Lindsey Hunter made the team, and from there you graduate from Jackson State, and boom, there you are,
Yeah, I tell people that all the time, man. When I made that team at Jackson State, Lindsey was a red shirt freshman coming from Alcorn. So when I made the team, I had the number 11 first. So I was hoping that I would have got a chance to play. I was dressed out, ready to play, and Coach Stockton called me into the office, and they had my grades mixed up and had somebody else's grades that was supposed to be mine, and they wasn't mine. So I was dressed, ready to play. So I had the red shirt that season, and then after they saw what I was doing, they ain't want to put me out there with that boy Lin with the shine. So, no, I'm just tripping out. But they, Lindsey was a hometown kid, so they wanted to feature him. And I respect that, man. And that's just, and he took that number 11 that I had to a 17-year NBA career, man. So, shout out to Lindsey Hunter. But basketball just didn't line up for me. But Unc, man, he was in my corner, man, all the way through it because people don't know. Basketball wasn't the most important thing back then because I was going through a lot, as a young man. You remember, growing up.
I remember.
Yeah, but for you, though, what you did in the city of Chicago has not been done, has not been duplicated, man. How do you feel, man? You're in a few Hall of Fames, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Chicago Basketball Hall of Fame and the Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame. But, I don't know, man. I just enjoy giving the people the props that I feel they deserve. When I do a game, I like to call out if the player make a nice shot, boom, I'm going to give him credit for that because it's not easy hitting a jump shot sometimes with somebody guarding your face, so you have to, I like to give them their props for that kind of stuff. And I like calling out the names because some people, their whole career is right there. And so if I'm running off at the mouth, I'm going to let everybody know that I can,
Who was one of the best players you ever seen play?
Oh, man.
I know you said McAdoo was cold, pretty good for Morgan Park.
McAdoo, he went to Joliet, came to Kennedy King. Came to Malcolm X, off the bench at Malcolm X. Now here we are, McAdoo. Now McAdoo was a star, and when he came over to Malcolm X with Tony McCall and Carl Harris, couldn't even start over there. Came off the bench, so we had 7 or 8.
He was there with Carl Harris and with them too?
Yeah, he was there. He came there for his second year.
Oh.
But the team was so good that he had to come off the bench.
Wow.
With him come off the bench, man, we beat everybody. And when we got to the playoffs, I can't think of the guy's name who beat Malcolm X, but he was an NBA player too. I forget his name.
Okay. Wow, but Mac was the man. Mac was the man, though.
Mac was 6'7" or something, man. Dribble the ball, shoot the ball.
Could score it, right?
Cold.
What about J.J. Anderson, though?
Oh, wait. Now you're talking about a different kind of ball player now. I mean, there's nobody. When you talk about J.J. Anderson, you're talking about Michael Jordan, legendary. You're talking about Carl
Nix.
Carl Nix.
Carl Golston.
Carl Nix. But the other Harris boy.
Billy Harris?
Billy Harris.
Billy Harris.
Billy Harris was something else, man.
Wow.
Nobody shoot like Billy Harris.
Nobody?
Nobody. Billy Harris. Nobody shoot like Billy Harris. I mean, you can start talking about Michael Jordan. You can talk about Curry,
Steph Curry.
Curry, Steph Curry, Curry with the
Steve Curry.
Steve Curry with the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
Billy
Harris.
Billy Harris was right there, man.
Wow.
Man,
what happened though? I know they say it was a lot with the streets with Billy Harris, but did the Bulls really railroad him?
Yeah, I think they did him a bad job, man.
Oh.
Because there's no way a guy with that talent don't make the team.
Right.
But I don't know the whole deal, but I know he didn't make it.
Right. And he went into a depression or something.
We had another guy, they called him Duncanstein. I can't remember his name. I'm old now, man. I can't remember his name. Duncanstein. I think the rumor was that he set himself on fire or something. I don't know the whole deal. They called him Duncanstein. And he used to dunk the ball just like it's something else. I can't think of his name either right now.
Wow. What about Teddy Grubbs?
Oh, Teddy Grubbs was, Teddy Grubbs should have gone somewhere other than where he went. But Teddy Grubbs was rough, man.
He shouldn't have went to DePaul.
He shouldn't have went to DePaul.
Because they was too loaded.
They was loaded, and Teddy Grubbs was a nice kid, but he went to DePaul. Teddy Grubbs was rough, man. He was rough too, so.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sometimes, man, I'm sure you can attest to this. A lot of these guys that don't go pro, they end up going to depression and falling on hard times.
Yeah, hard times.
Because what do you think? They didn't prepare them for life, outside of basketball, a lot of these guys?
Well, I really, I don't want to comment on that because I
Right.
just don't know enough about it. But during high school, man, the ball was rough, man.
Right.
It was rough,
Right.
So
yeah, I heard some stories about Teddy Grubbs. I heard he was like number one player, one of the top players in the country, and him and Ephraim Winters and all of that stuff.
I'm telling you, Ephraim Winters was rough too.
Wow. What about those DeSable teams? You familiar with that DeSable team that got cheated downstate?
No, that was before my time.
Before your time.
But we went to back in the amphitheater when we played. When I was at DuSable, I was a senior at DuSable, and I didn't make the team. And we went to the amphitheater to played Marshall High School. And they had boy Leonard Perry and Shaky somebody. DuSable was 31-0. We got there and the game went into overtime. Leonard Perry stepped over half court and shot a 3-point basket, which was 2 points back in the days. Mm-hmm. And they won the game. Marshall beat DuSable. DuSable was undefeated.
Wow.
And we had the McMillan boys. We had Julian Hammond, who went to the ABA, and he's the only one who went to the ABA, but all of it was tough. The Lynn boys and Collier, Mike Lewis, man, we was loaded. 31-0 beat everybody.
31-0. Wow, I know they were sick.
We got to Marshall, and Marshall beat us in playoffs at the amphitheater.
Wow. We got a question from a guy named Cyrus McGinnis. He said something about, ask Jimmy who was the guy that put him on ESPN. Cyrus McGinnis. To play that.
Oh yeah, Cyrus, my boy. Cyrus was the manager of the public league, and we was doing the playoff games. And Cyrus heard me announce and told me, "Come on," told me to get on his trail, and I got on his trail. And whenever he had a game at the UIC Pavilion, I did the games, and I got a CD with that game, but I can't find it.
Oh wow! You know they got it at the archives.
That's what Simeon did play here with
Carmelo Anthony?
No. We had I don't know who we played against, but we had for Simeon.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the star for Simeon?
D Rose.
D Rose. We had D Rose, and we beat them.
That was the little guard, Brandon Jennings. D Rose played against Brandon Jennings. I remember that. I think that was that.
But D Rose showed him up though. But you know what? One year when DuSable High School played Carver, and Carver had Maxey. Maxey was one of the top guards in the state, and we had Galvez got there and man embarrassed, sold the ball from him 3 or 4 times, and DuSable won that game.
Oh wow!
People don't know about Sam Galvez, but Sam Galvez was rough. But he graduated from some college, but I moved on by that time.
Right.
Sam Gowers was rough.
You saw D Rose in high school, huh?
Oh man, D Rose, believe you me, whatever you heard about him, it was for real. D Rose was dunking the ball, half his hip was on the rim. Boom! I mean, but you know what? I remember he didn't play much of the second half because they had a whip over there,
Right.
and they didn't need him.
Right.
But I remember a couple of games I saw him dunking. His whole hip was at the rim of dunking the ball.
You knew he was gonna be a pro?
I knew it. I knew it. I mean, the boy had the talent, you know.
Right.
Man, he had the talent.
Is there anybody that came along that you saw that you thought was gonna be a pro that didn't turn out? I know it was a lot of guys you probably saw, like Raymond McCoy.
Who?
Raymond McCoy. You remember Raymond?
McCoy from Bloom out there?
Yeah.
He was tough too, but Bam lived down in the suburbs. I didn't follow him that much.
Okay.
But he was tough though. But I don't know. We had a lot of guys. Michael Lewis back in the DuSable days, a little 5'6" guard. Man, this boy here was a star back in the day. We had Collier, left hand at 6'4". James, I can't think of their first names now, but they was rough, man. It was rough, you know.
Cyrus said he got that game on video.
Cyrus McKinney?
Yeah.
Tell me, you send me a copy of it.
Yeah, Cyrus, we need a copy of that game, man. We gotta make sure we, you know, a lot of stuff, man. Like Marcus Liberty, I was just talking to him. He was like, he can't find none of his high school games. But they got that stuff at the archives, I heard, at the Harold Washington Center.
Yeah, tell Cyrus, send me a copy of it, you know.
Yeah, Cyrus, man, we got to get a copy of that. So, speeding up to today, you still doing the games nowadays, man. What do you think about the game nowadays? They got more freedom. Are they better?
No, they're definitely not better. But, you know, times change, and that's the way it goes. They're definitely not better. Man, the guys nowadays who are stars wouldn't even make the team back in those days.
Dang.
I mean, you know, they're good, but, you know, it's just different now, I guess.
Wow.
But you know what? Let me say one thing. At Kennedy King College, we have a coach over there. His name is LaTroy Farrell. This guy won't be at Kennedy King that long. This guy knows basketball I've never, all my years, I've never seen a guy who knows as much about basketball like LaTroy Farrell. And we got a whip over there. So if you're in the city, check out Kennedy King College. Believe you me.
I like that, man. You always been an advocate for the JUCOs, and it was a kid that was playing in a tournament in the hundreds, and you was doing my tournament out there, and you helped discover this kid, and he talk about that.
And you know what? He graduated. His son is, I think, just graduated from Eastern Illinois now.
Yeah, and his son is playing at I forgot, but Reggie Malone.
Yeah, Reggie. That's right.
Reggie Malone.
That's right.
What made you want to help Reggie Malone?
And then the boy had talent, man. He had talent. I just said, man, what you doing? And we got to talking, and we got to talking, and Reggie had talent. And I was at Kennedy King. I said, man, come on over. He came over there and showed out. He showed out.
And he told me he ended up graduating and getting a bachelor's degree and going on to get his master's and stuff.
That's right. Reggie Malone.
Wow.
He started at Kennedy King for a couple of years, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. He was rough, man. He was rough.
That was a beautiful story because Reggie Malone said he had just got he was locked up.
Oh,
he was incarcerated and he had just getting his life together. And when he came and played in the tournament, you don't realize when somebody's watching. You never know who's watching.
You never know, man. You never know.
And you helped change the whole trajectory of his career, his life, really, with that.
Hey, man, listen, God looked out for me. If I can help anybody by doing what I do, boom, let's go.
That's right.
Let's go.
What do you know about Ruben Norris?
Ruben Norris got 12 Hall of Fame. He's in 12 Hall of Fame. And when Ruben made a call, it wasn't no objection. He says the call was what he made, and that's it. Let's play ball. A lot of times, guys get called and they want to discuss it with other people. Ruben say, that's my call, and that's it.
That's it.
12 Hall of Fame. And, still around, about 90 years old now, still around. You know?
That's crazy, man.
Ruben Norris is something else, man.
You think that's what helps contribute to you guys' health, keep you going by you guys getting up, continue to do what you love to do?
Well, I hope so. I'm 80 now, so hey, you know, I gotta keep going. But you know,
I know you ain't gonna sit down, huh? Because you was over there doing the games at Was you over there, Marvin them, helping them, still doing them, Marvin and
the Golden Dome.
yeah, the Golden Dome and everything. You still moving around. Why you keep going, man? What keeps you around the game?
Hey, I enjoy it. You know. Now I'm doing a game Saturday at the Miller thing Saturday with the ABA with Melvin Johnson Saturday at 1 o'clock. So if you're around, come on back.
Where is this located at?
At the Miller Church over there on over on California and Western in that area.
Okay, they got an ABA team over there, huh?
They got an ABA team over there.
That's good. They keeping these guys going, man. And the ABA has continued to grow. That's a good thing. Danny Spencer say that's my man who gave me my nickname. My man Jimmy. Danny Spencer.
Did he say what his nickname is?
Danny Spencer, what's your nickname, man? You got to drop your nickname in there. You got to drop your nickname in the chat. You got to. Let me ask you about Isaiah Thomas. Did you see him growing up?
Yeah, Isaiah was one of them. I called, during the summer league, I called Isaiah Thomas and the other boy who went to dealer cell with him. They were two guards. Gospel in the Good Book. That was their name. Isaiah didn't play a lot in the summer terms that I can recall. But when he played, you knew he was there, you know.
He deserve all the praise that he get.
Yeah, he do.
He gets a bad rap too sometimes.
Yeah, he gets a bad rap sometimes. But, you know, sometimes, you know.
You can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody. But when you're a star like that, you know, there's some things he did with the NBA by not shaking hands. Well, you know, sometimes you hurt so much you just can't deal with it sometimes, you know.
That's coming from a real man, man. That's right. We like they said they want to do away with those lines with kids shaking hands after the game because a lot of times tempers be flaring.
Yeah, but you know, a real ball player, you have to take the good with the bad, the wins with the losses. And that's when you're a real ball player, even though it hurt, you know.
You got to still shake hands.
You can't be angry with some guy because his team scored more points than yours.
Right,
you
right.
know?
I know I was reffing yesterday, and it was a white team beat the crap out of this black team. And the coach kept, you know, undertone and kind of like, man, y'all letting these white boys beat y'all. Basketball is not a color-specific sport.
No, it's not. It's not.
You can either you work on your game or you don't. That ball don't know whose color you are.
That's right.
You know.
And if you, hey, listen. At one time, basketball was more for black people, but now, man, the white boys play just as well as anybody else.
Yeah.
And the overseas guys, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Boys,
I think we stopped developing our kids, man. These programs just start throwing the best kids out there and just giving them the ball, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't like the AAU that much because it's all about winning. And then they need to develop them boys out there, you know?
Right, yeah. Danny said his name, you gave him Salt Shaker.
Salt Shaker. There was a song out. Salt Shaker. And then I would play that song, and Danny would be over there just shaking and just shaking and shaking. I would play that song. You know what? I think I played that song so much, I think I wore it out. Salt Shaker. That was his name. That was his name, Salt Shaker. But do you remember that song, Salt Shaker?
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, but I like that song, but that was Danny's name, Salt Shaker.
Hey, give me one of your slogans if somebody come down and make somebody look bad on the court, man, real quick. What would you say?
But you know, now here's what I do not try to embarrass somebody else.
That's right.
But if a guy do something really good, you know, I give this props. I don't know off for that sake.
Off the top.
Things just come out sometimes, you know.
Right.
I just get them in the gym. With the reverse layup, put it on the board. Yes, you know, whatever it is. But, you know.
It just comes out naturally.
It just come out, whatever it is, you know. I don't have no preset what I'm going to say. I just make sure I don't try to embarrass nobody. If somebody get dunked on, I don't knock on the guy who got dunked on. I praise the guy who did the dunk, you know.
Right, right.
So, you know.
That's what's up, man. And you know what? That's what makes your announcing really good because you don't try to degrade people.
No, I don't. Because, hey. You know,
mm-hmm. And that's a beautiful thing.
The guy, Red Rush used to announce for Loyola. I remember seeing him, but I didn't know I was going to be an announcer. But Red Rush used to announce stuff for Loyola. Man, I used to like to hear him announce. I can't think of things he would say, but he would say something like, "Soupish," you know. And that's what I got from him. Or I can't recall things that he used to say, you know.
You know, to be great, you got to sometimes take other people's concepts and make them yours, and, you know, just to be able to put the spin on it. I'm going to ask you about this particular family. I want you to give me your perspective on them. The Irvins.
Hey, you know, the Irvins, the daddy, the Godfather, let me tell you, that is one hell of a man. Won't we know many more like him? For him to raise his family the way he did, all of them turned out to be good kids, and their daughter, you know, the Irvins is a great family in Chicago. And when I did the McDonald's All-Star game down at Northwestern, their daddy, the Godfather, was the one who got me down there during the game. And the man, the guy be on, I can't think of his name right now.
He do their games over there. Where at?
He's on ESPN right now. I can't think of his name right now. It's come up, but I was doing the game at Northwestern for the McDonald's All-Star game, and he told them people, tell that guy there to cut the noise down some. But I didn't. I kept on going. I said, I'm going to do my thing because I was having fun, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
My man James Cox Jr. said, yo, Jimmy, this Cox from Chicago State. You remember James Cox?
I remember James Cox. Yeah, that's my boy.
What's up, Cox, man? Yeah, man, good to hear from you, man. You know, Unc, man, he remember names. He probably remember faces a little more than names, because after you done met 1,000,001 people, man, it's kind of like, damn.
I remember Cox.
What was the best league? And I know I'm not going to ask you to split hairs, but you did a lot of games in a lot of leagues. What was some of the most talent that you was like, oh, no, this right here is the epitome of Chicago right here? You say IT, Malcolm X, Chicago State, the Pro-Ams.
Well, I got to say IIT. Because the IIT, we had guys who you didn't know, and we had guys who you knew, the NBA guys. So it was really competitive. But you know the most important, not important, but the games I remember just as much as the other one. You remember the #1 draft pick of the Bulls, Sellers?
Yeah, Brad Sellers.
Brad Sellers played a whole game and did not score a point. Now, I don't know if that's because he didn't want to or what, but an NBA player who don't score a point, you're like, what's up?
Wow.
And he didn't last in the NBA that long either.
No, he didn't.
So I know. But his daughter played is in WNBA now.
Oh, wow.
And she played at Maryland. She's tough.
Wow.
Tough. I like the WNBA. I like to watch them all the time.
Yeah, the WNBA been cooking lately, man. I tell you, they catch a bad rap. Because it's hard to, you know, and this is just my opinion, it's hard to pay people money that the league is not generating. They saying basically,
right.
You know, like the NBA been around for 75 years, so they've had enough times to build up the equity. And I just think the WNBA need to build up more equity.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But let me ask you about Mike Oliver. What is your relationship like with Mike Oliver?
Hey, that's my high school coach, man. As far as I do that game to Curry, Mike the only guy I know who don't have no talent on the team on the floor and win the game.
He don't have no big name guys.
No big name guys. He likes to get the guys from the neighborhood and they come over there and they work hard. And Mike will curse you out too, you know. But he don't have no name guys and they ain't winning every year.
Right.
And I understand they got a real whip this year too. They got some players over there. They got a boy named Dream. I don't know his last name right now. His name is Dream. And they got a boy named Horton. Good players over there, you know. So
good for Mike Oliver, man. It's good because I know both his boys, Robert Smith and Nick Irvin, then stepped away from the high school ranks nowadays. You know, Robert's not at Simeon anymore. Nick's not at Morgan Park anymore. You did those games.
yeah.
What was those games like with Simeon and Morgan Park when Robert Smith and Nick Irvin was there?
It was a war. When you watch those two play, you know it was a game on the court, it was a game off the court. But the players are going to play. They're going to play for
Rob Smith.
Rob Smith. They're going to play for Mike Oliver.
Nick Irvin.
Nick Irvin.
Yeah. And Mike Oliver as well. But Nick Irvin, that Vincennes rivalry. You did those games, right?
Vincennes rivalry?
Yeah, with Simeon and Morgan Park back when they had their runs. Remember?
Yeah. But you going back. But remember now, I'm 80 years old.
Right.
I remember all of it.
Right.
But you know, going back to Curry, I've never seen that I can recall a coaching staff of people who really know their job. You don't see nobody over there who's trying to do his job He'd do his job, and the assistant coach over there. You know, I can't remember his name.
That's okay, man. Somebody remember his name. Somebody dropped the assistant coach name in the chat, y'all, over there at Curie with Mike Oliver. It's all good, dude. That's what they watching.
Larry, but he's been there for a long time with Mike. As long as Mike been there, he's been there, and he's not trying to stab Mike in the back. And the other coaches over there, man, they work hard. You walk in that gym, and when the coaches say something, the school responds. The students know.
Wow.
When Mike said, "Everybody be quiet," you hear a pin drop. Larry, oh boy, I can't think of his name. I can't believe it.
Coach Larry. We'll just call him Coach Larry over at Curie. That'll be good. We got him there. We'll hold him down like that. We got some new sheriffs in town now. Kenwood. Have you followed Kenwood this past year?
No, I haven't done Kenwood's game.
Okay, yeah, Kenwood. That was the Irvin. Mike Irvin was over there for a minute. He had
Kenwood,
that team.
Kenwood.
Kenwood.
Kenwood basketball.
Yeah, Kenwood basketball.
He's not there anymore though.
No, I know he stepped down. But how you like how they able to go places and turn programs around, right?
Yeah. Look, the Irvin family was great, man. They're a great family, and you know, I remember when the coach at Arizona now, but he was just coming into high school. He was going to come to Mount Carmel, and then he went to Middle, and then he came over to Mount Carmel and stepped over half court and was shooting 3 or 4, 5, 6 of them per game going in.
Nick Irvin.
Nick Irvin.
Yeah, I think they say he led Larry. Hold on, somebody dropped his name. Larry Wallace.
Larry Wallace. That's it.
Larry Wallace. Danny Spencer.
Larry, I'm sorry, man. I forget the game.
What's in the last name anyway? Long as we know your first name, right?
Larry, I mean, the type of assistant coach that everybody should have. Larry be doing his job. He don't try to hurt nobody. He be coaching, and boom, Larry Wallace.
That's what's up. Coach Larry Wallace, shout out to you, man. And Coach, both of y'all, man, over there doing y'all thing over at Curie High School. Because I remember when I was coming up, Curie wasn't a basketball school.
But now.
What about my other man that did a good job down there at, now my memory gone, Coach Lou. Remember Coach Lou?
Oh, yeah.
Coach Lou, he was coaching over at, not Curie.
Inglewood?
Yeah, it was one of those schools.
Sweet Lou.
Yeah.
He's out in the suburbs now.
He in the suburbs now.
Hey, but people don't know Sweet Lou is a heck of a chef. Man, once you eat some of his food, nothing else will compare.
Nothing?
He's that suburb. I forget the school now. But he's out there coaching at suburbs with the Raptors. I forget the name of that school. But Sweet Lou, he's a heck of a chef, man. When he cook food, you know it's good.
Hey, if you can find a man that cook, most men, when they can cook, they can cook.
I'm telling you.
And we ain't trying to put the ladies down. I know the ladies, this is not about putting y'all down. We just talking about when the men can cook. That's it.
I'm telling you, Sweet Lou, he used to be at Orr.
He was at Orr. That's what it was.
Yeah, at Orr.
Who was one of the best high school players you ever seen in Chicago?
Man, now you know what?
You said Derrick Rose was one.
Oh, yeah, Derrick Rose.
What about Ronnie Fields? Did you see him?
Oh, Ronnie Fields was one. But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to Michael Lewis and Collier at DuSable back in the day.
Michael Lewis and Collier. What year was that? You remember?
That was 62, 63, somewhere in that area. DuSable get a ball to Michael Lewis, and Mike would dribble for a couple of dribbles and get a ball to Collier and get out the way.
Get out the way.
Get out the way. Run down court. that team there, man. And when you came to DuSable with the legendary Jim Brown, the heat would be 95 degrees in the gym.
Oh, they did that to the visitors anyway, huh?
Yeah.
Because they knew they couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle it. Man, I tell you. But hey, DuSable was rough back in the days. But as far as the best high school player I've ever seen, man, you know what? I don't think I could say that.
Right, because it was too many.
It's too many. I mean, I just can't think of it right now.
Right, but that's fair.
Derrick Rose was right there, though.
That's fair because basically you saying it's too many in Chicago to do that too. And that's why I respect that comment. And when people, they love Curly Boo Johnson say love him. He love you, man.
Oh, Curly Boo Johnson, man, he was excited. He dribbled that ball. Man, you never know.
That's why he became a Harlem Globetrotter.
That's right. Man, Curly Boo Johnson was something else.
Armand Shepard say, been knowing Jimmy my whole life. I'm Flip's son. Fred Shepard's son. You know Fred Shepard, yeah. Flip. Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you about a game at Chicago State. Chicago State was playing, I think it was Morgan Park. Or was it? They had the Lampley boys.
Okay, the Lampley boys.
No,
okay.
CBS. And it was timed out 2-3 minutes ago. And they called timeout, and Lampley was 6'8", 6'9", right? So Cox told Fred Shepard, go out there and stand right there in front of the basket, but you're back to the basket. And Fred went out there and stood right there, and they gave the ball to one of the 6'8" Lampley boys. Fred Shepard took care of business.
He was too strong.
Strong
as an ox.
Man, jump out the gym. Fred Shepard was something
That's crazy. I never seen Flip jump, but they say he was Dr. Duncanstein. He was dunked the ball.
Oh, man, when Flip got close to the basket, you might as well go on down court because you ain't going to stop it. You're not going to stop it, man.
Shout out to Flip, man. What type of player was Tony McCoy? Do you remember Tony McCoy?
Tony McCoy was a 6'3", 6'4" center at Malcolm X. And let me tell you, he went to Pittsburgh State on scholarship. And let me tell you, when he turned around, all you could hear was gush. That's what his nickname is, gush. Because he'd come out the back, you hear the nest off, gush. To this day, I call him gush. Gush. He was rough. You know, he played with Carl Harris at Malcolm X.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, what about Carl Harris, man?
Carl Harris, the kind of guy. If your game is not strong, I mean super, super strong, he going to talk you out your game, and he's going to score 35, 40 points. Carl Harris was something else. His jump shot was right up there with Billy. You know, he was one of the Billy Harris boys. His jump shot up there with the Billy Harris's boys. But Carl Harris had a jumper, but he'd talk you out your game. He'd tell you certain things, and by the time you look around, he'd got 35 points. Yeah, Carl Harris was rough, man.
What about Brian Leach? You remember him?
Beat. When Brian Leach get the ball.
The road runner?
Road runner. You look around, and you look at him, all of a sudden, the ball is in the basket. He went past you. So I call him BB, but I don't know if someone else call him that or not, but I call him BB.
I can imagine you was up there on the mic when he was getting it.
Man, BB.
I got another name for you. Alibaba. Darren Brittman.
Alibaba jumped out the gym at CVS.
Yeah, he was at CVS and Chicago State.
Yeah. Steal the ball. Alibaba steal the ball along with Paul Bean. Those guards over there. Man, scandalous.
Charles Perry.
Who?
Captain Video.
Captain Video.
Right.
They was rough, man. There was exciting games at Chicago State when they were there.
Yeah, man. I wish we could get those days back. I remember going to them, man.
Games were fun.
Yeah.
That's when Chicago State was winning.
Yeah.
It was winning then, man. It was rough.
How do we get Chicago State back? I think, and this is just my opinion, I think we got too many outsiders on the inside over there. Because back then you had your man Sudi, you had you, all of y'all was on the inside from Chicago. So we was able to get kids from Chicago there. We got too many people from outside of Chicago there. What do you think?
Well, see, as a Chicago State was in AIA, and then all of a sudden they wanted to go to Division I. And Division I had, now you got these certain grades, and a lot of the good ball players didn't have the tough grades, but they had NAIA grades.
Right.
But they didn't have the Division I grades, so they left Chicago State. They went someplace else.
Yeah, man. And you know the NCAA now, you don't even have to pass the ACT. You don't have to do none of that stuff.
You know?
Nah, man. You can barely go up in there with a 2. You can basically go up in there with a 2.0, and they don't care. How you feel about them paying college athletes, though? You think they should be getting paid?
I think they should be. You know, I mean, these kids come out of school, the parents don't have no money.
Mm-hmm.
They help out, you know.
Yeah.
I know this, on the football, the boy at Michigan getting $10 million a year as a freshman quarterback.
Nice.
$10 million a year playing football, and you know when you get out of that, he's going to be a quarterback. he's gonna get big money from the NFL.
Right.
So $10 million a year, man.
That's good, man, because it sets these kids up early.
Yeah.
And really, realistically, everybody's not going to be a pro.
Right, right.
So you get to get money on the front end, and that's a beautiful thing.
Save that money, man. Save that money.
What do you think about the Catholic League back in the days when they had that? Catholic League was having a good run. Remember James Farr? Remember Melvin McCants and all them boys?
James Farr and Melvin McCants at Mount Carmel? Listen, James Farr was a point guard at Mount Carmel when we went downstate. And James handled that ball. He wouldn't let anybody steal the ball and gave it to Melvin McCants and the other players. Man, James Farr he's around here coaching now, I think.
They won the state championship with that team in 1985.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. And you know, Catholic League don't get a lot of credit, but Catholic League, man, back then, that was what flourishing. Because remember Mendel, when they won, they went downstate and stopped Quincy.
Went downstate with Ant Dunn.
Ant Dunn, Mike Hampton. Andre Banks.
Andre Banks, yeah.
Because I get Banks and Battle, Andre Battle and Andre Banks sometimes. I mix them two names up. Yeah, man.
Banks was rough, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. Is there anything else, man, that you see that Chicago could benefit from if we changed it up for these young kids with basketball? Because they can't play outside no more. So how do we get our strength back with our kids playing ball? Because you said they're not like it was in the days.
No. You know, I think the team just changed. The kids don't, from my point of view, aren't serious about the game like they were back in the days. Man, I used to get up and not even on the team, wake up at 3 o'clock in the middle of the night to go watch my team play and all that stuff. And my son overslept playing football at Mount Carmel one day. I go like, what?
No way, right?
No way. Had a game to play. Here it is 9 o'clock in the morning, and he just waking up.
Wow.
So, you know.
Yeah, the love and the passion ain't like it used to be. I think sometimes these kids stuff come too easy. And what do we do with AAU then? We need to revamp that, right?
Yeah, they need to revamp that as far as development as opposed to just winning the game. Let the kids develop, because overseas kids have taken over as far as players in the States now. Overseas kids, I guess they're learning at 15, 16 years old how to dribble the ball and how to shoot and how to form, whereas kids in Chicago or the U.S. is just going about winning the game, you know?
Right, that's it, yeah. And then wins really don't matter in the summertime. It don't matter. I was telling some kids yesterday, a refereeing, like, this game not going to mean nothing. Y'all need to be working on y'all game. Y'all need to really be working on y'all game.
Work on the game more than just winning the ball game, you know?
Okay, in closing, man, I got the legend in the gym in here. Jimmy Smith, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. What else you got going on, man? You doing some games on weekends now? You said you were doing
football, but the main thing is at Kennedy King with Troy Farrell and Lorenzo Dunnigan over there, and you know, and talking about somebody who developed players. Man, he's working about hard, and you think that this guy is a future NBA coach one day soon. He'd know his game. Talk about, I've never seen a coach know as much about technique and basketball as LaTroy Farrell at Kennedy King. The boy's rough, and if the players who don't have the skills and want to learn the skills, they need to see LaTroy Farrell at Kennedy King. He's rough.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. We're going to give it up to Coach over there at Kennedy King. Give it up to In the Gym, a.k.a. Jimmy Smith, the legend. In the Gym, close us out, man.
Hey, listen. Something you enjoy doing, keep on doing it and enjoy yourself and save your money.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you. And Salt Shaker, hang in there, man. Hang in there, Salt Shaker. Cyrus, send me a copy of that tape if you got it, man.
Absolutely, man. Give me that In the Gym chant before you get up out of here.
Put it on the board, yes. Swish. In the Gym, the one and only Jimmy Smith.
We up out of here, y'all. Peace.